in now. It's not completely solid. I've got 2 screws down here, 3 across the bottom and 1 on this side, but I can make some, it might flex a bit on the back. That's nice. What I'm going to need to do now is on Monday I'll buy a hole opener or a cutter for these. But I'll only open up the 2 holes for the 2 stack cages that I've got because I know what the sizes are. The others I'll have to wait until I've ordered up the RPM gauge and the other gauges. One of the other reasons I wanted to do it this particular way is it's very easy now. So basically you undo those 2 screws there underneath, that one there. Oh, the other one isn't in yet. There's 2 screws here, 3 along the front and 1 on the side. So there'll be about 6 screws holding it. So what I can do, in every position you can still operate these main switches from right back to the front, and you can still press the starter. But as you know, or as I've said many times, I've always wanted to be able to take this ITG filter off because it's an absolute sod to get it from inside the engine, which I can show you in a minute. So the reason I've done it this particular way is that this can still fit in from the front. So if I just move forward, so you can see what I can do is I can actually offer it in sideways like that, and it still goes in. I can then turn it around because there's nothing in here. I can still turn it around, and I can still put it on and use the screwdriver to put it in place. There's 2 screws go on it from the inside just to hold it down, and then you can put your cover plate back in and it doesn't affect anything. The nice thing about this is all the wiring will be together, and it's only a matter of taking those screws out and lifting it forward. One of the things I will be doing is getting a quick disconnect for the steering wheel, even though there'll be no electronics in it, because it just makes it easier getting out the car, especially with the side impact bars on it. And then I can just pop it on and off as and when we want it. But it all seems to work pretty well, so I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, I can just carry on and go for the next one. I'll show you what I mean now about this ITG filter, how difficult it is. Well, almost impossible unless you make the box bigger to get it out. So I'll show you that right now. So one of the biggest problems with this filter is actually getting it out, and this box has been made slightly larger, so there's definitely no way it will come out on this side. This side it would come out, but it's turning it that's the problem. And trying to get your fingers in I might be able to get it off, but getting it back on would be a bit of an issue, I think. Okay, so I can get it off, but getting it past the trumpets would be impossible with the we'd have to go further back into the car. So you wouldn't be able to get it over the trumpets, which is the biggest problem. You can see, well, I can see anyway, if I had it to that point, it's already about 1.5 inches, 2 inches further back than the actual dashboard. So you wouldn't be able to get it round there with the bells on it and get it out to the side, which you could do, but you would have to definitely make the depth of this much greater. So if you're going to do it this way and take it off from this side, definitely make enough room in the box to take it out sideways, and you certainly need the depth as well. So you'll need you can't just use a normal dashboard. If you have a dashboard that's 2 or 3 inches back from it, you could then get it off the bells. And I'll try and show you. I'll try and bring the camera in and show you what I mean. So you can see what I mean here. So this is it fully in place there. and you can see obviously that that's flush now across here. But when you've got these air bells on it, or air trumpets, to get this off, you would have to actually take it past. You'd have to take it past there. You'd have to get it to that point at least before you can take it round the corner. So you can see how far back that would be to get it out because of these bells here. You can see. So that was where the problem was, and that's why I decided to do it from the other side. And it's very easy to undo it from there because it's just putting a long screwdriver in and then tightening up. But you can see there's trying to get my hands in there is a bit of a nightmare. It's probably the quickest way to bruise your fingers, I would imagine. I might be able to do it. I don't know. Maybe. But you've got to remember there's going to be a wiper mechanism up there as well into this scuttle panel, so that's going to make it very difficult. Yeah. It can be done, but it's very difficult. So obviously it's a lot easier to get in without the steering wheel. So, and it's nice because you can use the bars. They will have to have some kind of padding on them to stop your knees banging on them. But you can use the bar to slide in. So you put in one foot, slide, you pop over, pick up your wheel, and connect. And you're ready to go. And that's how the dash should look. I'm quite pleased with that, it's pretty firm. I can make it better, I can put a couple of straps across the back if we need to, just to stabilise it even more, because obviously it's going to have some more weight in it. But I think that will do the job. And as I actually sit here, I can actually see all 4 of the smaller gauges, so that should work out quite well. So, really happy with this gearbox. Considering this is a standard extension box, rod selector or rod box that normally fits underneath on bobbins, rubber bobbins. The fact that we've put it on top inside the car and made it work is quite good. We've only used one universal joint, and if you put 2 in it, that's when you can start getting problems with it. But as long as you make a bracket where you can adjust it forwards and backwards or side to side, you're pretty much right. Obviously there's no handbrake cable on at the moment. And this is obviously the bias for front to back, which we shouldn't need to play with too much. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's going to work quite well. Very pleased. So, there we go, so that's another job done. So I have to take it back out now. I've done all the drilling for it. I'll take it back out, cut the holes for the gauges, wait for the other gauges and the RPM gauge to arrive. But I've rounded it all off, so there's no sharp edges on it, and it's quite lightweight. And yeah, quite happy with that. I obviously haven't put this bar in because I was messing around with this, and I'll fit this and then take it back out, and I'll take this one back out as well. Now they're fitted, there's no need to leave them in, they're just getting in the way at the moment. But that's definitely going to be the way to go. A quick release, which I buy from Car Builder Solutions or whoever, pop it off, drop it onto the passenger seat or whatever, arm on, and slide out. So, I'm going to give it a shot, see if it'll run. I haven't run it for 2 days, but I'll give it a check, see if it's going to run. Good. It starts of its own battery.